Thanks, Nadine. It's such a pleasure to be here at the Sydney Autism Community Lions Club Charter Night, speaking on behalf of Footprints. Firstly, congratulations, Christine. You are the driving energy behind this club. We first met Christine late last year, before we even opened our early intervention centre in Northmead. Her son Jack had recently been diagnosed with recently been diagnosed with autism, and she was desperate to find the intensive early intervention for Jack that her paediatrician had recommended. So our centre was due to open a few months later, and she was trying desperately to find to secure the funding from the NDIS to cover the therapy fees. Being such an incredibly driven woman and an amazing advocate for Jack, she managed to gain the support of LVO and the Lions Club to help cover Jack's fees while he was waiting for the NDIS funding. So Jack was our very first child at Footprints. He was assessed in late January, which was even before we had officially opened. And what a difference we have seen in not only Jack, but in his parents, Christine and Dave. We are so happy that you are part of our extended Footprints family. So who is the Footprints family? Well, if you look over there at table number 8, you can see them. So this is my family, the Hills family. We started on the Footprints journey coming up to 2 years ago now. We converted a warehouse unit in Northmead into an early intervention childcare centre and found the most amazing autism-specific early intervention model called the Early Start Denver model. And all of this came from our lived experience of autism, but we didn't know it was autism at the time. I am one of 5 children in our family. 4 of us work in the business, and our brother Greg, who's here with us tonight, has autism. And he was diagnosed at the age of 37. He lived his entire life with an undiagnosed cognitive disability. We didn't know why he was different. We didn't know how to support him through his challenges. It was really tough for him, really tough for our parents, and really tough for our entire family. So Footprints is a legacy that my parents want to leave. There is so much more known about ASD now and the positive, long-lasting effects of evidence-based early intervention. They want to provide a service so that other families don't have the challenges and struggles that we have lived through. So we officially started operating around March of this year. We have been delivering the Early Start Denver Model Intervention, or the ESDM, which is very play-based, so the children love coming. We deliver it in 1-hour clinic sessions, 2-hour small group therapy, and also in an intensive group therapy program within an all-day childcare setting. We're working with over 40 children now, and the improvements we're seeing and the wonderful stories that we're hearing from families every day are just incredible. And I'd like to share with you one of those stories now. We have a short video. It's about a little boy named Noah, who was the second child to be assessed at Footprints.
We first suspected Noah had autism when he was about 15 months, and when he was 18 months he had a probable diagnosis of it. We were pretty much 100% sure he had ASD, so we just wanted to act quickly. We felt really lost and hopeless. We didn't know what to do. I'd be crying in the morning when I wake up with a heavy heart and a lump in my throat. I wanted to act as fast as I could, but I had no guidance. All you want is for your son to smile at you. That was really hard not to get that from him. So after 5 months of traditional speech therapy, we found Footprints, and he's like a different boy now. His eye contact is amazing. He can actually point, so he tells us what he wants through pointing, which is amazing. He's starting to greet hello and wave goodbye. Even just socially, he wants to be with us almost all the time when we're at home, whereas before he was just happy on his own playing. I can't believe the changes we've seen in a short time. I mean, it's only been 6 months of all this progress and 6 months before of no progress. I'm really excited to see what else Footprints will what will come in the future, and I'm so grateful to them. I can't believe the progress that's occurred in this short time.
So Noah has made so many advances since he started at Footprints, which is a result of the hard work of his team of therapists. And Helena, can you stand up, please? Helena is my sister. She's a certified ESDM therapist, and she has been working with Noah every week since March. And we're so proud of her and what all of our team are achieving at Footprints. And you've changed that family's life, Helena. So I think it deserves a round of applause. So these are really early days for Footprints. We started building a truly remarkable team and a wonderful program at our Northmead Centre. But we have some pretty big plans in the pipeline. We are planning on opening more centres, training many more educators and professionals in the ESDM, and helping many more children and their families. So I'd like to finish tonight with a poem. And this poem is very dear to my family's heart, particularly to my parents. And it is the reason we are called Footprints. One night, I had a dream. I dreamed I was walking along the beach with the Lord. Across the sky flashed scenes of my life. For each scene, I noticed two sets of footprints in the sand, one belonging to me and the other to the Lord. When the last scene of my life flashed before me, I looked back at the footprints in the sand. I noticed that many times along the path of my life, there was only one set of footprints. I also noticed that it happened at the very lowest and saddest times in my life. This really bothered me, and I questioned the Lord about it. Lord, you said that once I decided to follow you, you'd walk with me all the way. But I have noticed that during the most troublesome times in my life, there is only one set of footprints. I don't understand why, when I needed you the most, you would leave me. The Lord replied, my precious child, I love you and I would never leave you. During your times of trial and suffering, when you can see only one set of footprints, it was then that I carried you. Thank you.